Avengers! Assemble. Welcome back to the channel. It's the Preventers, you guys, and welcome back to free-to-play day number 4. And as you can see by the title and the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about how you should build your characters as a free-to-play player, a new player, and/or a returning player. So we're going to be talking about everything from Uru down to custom gear. The only thing we won't cover really today is artifacts, but let's get straight into it. So my Thor is pretty bare right now. All I've done is max his skills and buy his uniform. I've literally done nothing else. I gave him a proc, which I'll explain in a sec. And that's pretty much it. So we're going to build up from the ground up his build, give him all the good stuff he needs. And we're going to do the exact same for Carnage because we do want to showcase a PvP versus a PvE build, which I'll explain what those are if you don't already know. Especially for those of you new players. But first of all, let's get straight into it. We're going to go straight with custom gear straight off. So if you don't know, custom gear is one of the most important pieces to your build, quote unquote, or damage to your characters. Now, most people will tell you you need big CTPs to put on these characters for them to thrive. But as free-to-play players and as new players, you won't always be getting these CTPs. You will eventually. You do get a monthly one every month for logging in. But you won't always have a lot of spare of these. And you won't always have, at the beginning of the game, the right CTPs that you need. So, for example, here, Iron Man is a PvE character, meaning he is good for PvE game modes such as World Boss Legend. You can consider that GBR, Dispatch, Story Mode, game modes like that. Then there's PvP, which is game modes like Timeline Battle and Otherworld Battle, and then AC. So for most PvE characters, the best CTP currently is going to be CTP of Rage, followed by probably CTP of Energy. But if you're playing stuff like ABX and ABL, it'll definitely be Rage. For PvP characters, it's more around regens, refinements, greeds. It kind of varies a little bit there depending on the characters. So you can actually go to this ranking list here and figure out which CTP is best for your character if you don't know. But let's say you're a free-to-play or a new player or even a returning player who doesn't have many CTPs. You're wondering, what do I do? How do I build my characters? And here's where I'm going to explain with custom gear. An extreme obelisk. So as you can see here, I have a quote-unquote proc on my Thor, and I'll explain what proc is right now. A proc is basically where you have this stat on the bottom here that says increase basic damage by a blank % for one attack per 5 seconds. That is basically a proc. It allows your character to, proc and deal more damage on certain attacks compared to if I gave him a CTP, or a extreme obelisk, like this one right here that just has cold damage, 280% of energy attack. That's not really doing much for Thor. So for PvE characters like Iron Man, Thor, not Captain America, Sharon Rogers, characters like that will need procs. And if you have any questions on which character needs a proc and which character needs a PvP custom gear, ask me in the comments and I'll gladly answer that for you. Anyways, so on Thor we have a 120. You can roll these custom gears. So let's say this custom gear, let me pick one here that's not a proc. Let's say this crit damage 35%. Let's say I want to change it to a proc. What you can do is click change option and use one of your other obelisks that aren't a proc and are useless to you, and you can use it to reroll until you get that certain stat. So if we go ahead and reroll this, we'll try and get a proc here. We'll see if we get lucky or not. Honestly, I'll just take anything to show you guys. Okay, that is already a 120 proc, so you don't want to use your other procs. You want to save those for other characters just in case they need them. There we go. We landed an increased basic damage by 120% for one attack. So there we go. We got ourselves a 120 proc is what you would call that. So if we take a look here, the different ones that you can actually get, if we scroll all the way down, because they're for some reason all the way down here. No, wait, I may have just passed them. Activation rate to self. Okay, I'm tripping. Where did it go? Once I find this here, I'll show you that, why can I not find these? Extreme Obelisk. Why am I not finding the Fear to Stun? No, okay, so it's right here. 50% HP, 10% chance when attacking, 10% rate. Okay, I can't find it. I don't know why I can't find it. I'm tripping. But basically, it can range from 120% to 200%. Obviously, the bigger percentage being a better proc. It'll do more damage for you. Just like anything else, pretty much, with numbers. The bigger the number, the better. So that is a proc. You want to put those, I'll give you an example. Thor here, Iron Man. You'll probably want to put one on a Black Widow, Shadow Shell, if you don't have CTPs. But then let's talk about PvP. What if you have a character like Carnage or Spider-Man or Gore? Most of the time, you want to give them they don't really have a name from what I understand, but it's an activation rate when HP is below a certain amount of percent. So again, the higher percent is going to be better, but basically that's the stat line you want to hear, and at the bottom it should say recovers a certain amount of percent of HP. Those will help them regain their health and recover in timeline battle, because that's all that matters. It's not always about their damage, it's more about their survivability and HP and recovery rate. So that's going to be very important for your PvP characters. Again, you can do the same exact thing that you just saw me do, re-rolling the Extreme Obelisk to get these. So those are going to be, like I said, examples: Hulk, Carnage, Spider-Man, characters like that you don't have a CTP of regen or whatever CTP for that character. So that covers the custom gears. It gets more complicated with CTPs, like I said, but that ranking list here should tell you everything you need to know on which CTPs are best for which characters. But once you get into Mighty and whatnot, it gets a little complicated. Anyways, with the uniform, you basically just want to upgrade it. If you have the other uniform options, I can't show you them here, but the next one I'd get is Gamora, her old uniform. If you have those characters bought their uniform and you have them at Mythic, then you get these extra stat bonuses you can do. Now, depending on the character, it'll depend which stat bonuses you want. You normally want to go for attack, HP, and or any other stats that you don't have maxed out, like crit rate and crit damage. So the main stats that you do want to have maxed out on your PvE characters are going to be attack speed, crit rate, and crit damage. And then you're going to want to basically throw everything else into either energy attack or physical attack, depending on which one your character has. So if you go ahead and click on their profile here, and you see the first line that comes up under level 70, it says energy attack. That it means that Thor is an energy-based character. So you want to not max out, but give him more energy attack stats on his uniform bonus and other stuff that we're about to go through. But then other characters like Captain America are physical attacks. You want to make sure that you give them more physical attack. You don't want to be giving them more energy attack, because then it's just going to throw things off balance. You want to make them stronger by giving them their same matching attack. So that's where Uru come in. So basically, Uru enhances those stats and bumps those stats up. We have energy attack, we have stuff like crit rate, attack speed, all those other stats that I was talking about. And you basically want to upgrade them all the way to 6 and then equip them on your characters. So for example here, I got 33 energy attack. We're going to go ahead and combine them all the way up. And then we're going to go ahead and see if we can get any 6s. And if not, we'll just throw on the best ones we can, because you can still upgrade it while it's equipped to that character. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade these. Perfect. We got ourselves about 6 of the 5-star versions. Let's see if we can get lucky and get any of the 6-star. We got 1, and that looks like it's going to be it. So yeah, we can go ahead and equip this now, a 6-star version of energy attack. So I'm not going to go through here and put this on for every single one, but every single one should look very similar, and if not the same. We're going to go ahead and destroy this 2-star one and put the 5-star one there. Then we're going to go ahead and throw in a crit rate. We're going to throw in one of each one on every slot. Basically, I'm going to throw a crit rate, a crit damage, and then an attack speed. Now remember, this is for newer and free-to-play players. Once you get higher up It changes, it varies depending on what stats you need. You might need more dodge, you might need more ignore defense, some more recovery rate. It all just depends. But for bases, for PvE characters starting off, you want to give them this basic set here of Uru on every single one of their gears. Also make sure to change their option here to whichever stat they are low on and not maxed out on. Now, today we're not going to really show any maxes, because we do need to have them at tier 3 to be able to actually max out any stats. So until you get there, it is a little bit of guessing on what you need more of, but it is still good to equip this stuff because it'll give him a lot of damage. Obviously, maxing his skills is very important. I did mention that we already did that, so no worries there. Type enhancement. You want to make sure you upgrade this as much as possible. You get these kits from GBR, so make sure you're playing GBR. And you basically want to get it to as high as possible. You can do some quick enhances here, and it goes by pretty fast. And the RNG gets a little annoying as you get higher up, but getting all your characters to at least like the level 3 is a pretty good basis, especially for newer players. It works out pretty well. It mostly applies for certain game modes like PvE. It applies a little bit in PvP. But that's basically how it's going to go. Welcome, Lit. Welcome to the stream. Anyways, now we can go into iOS. So iOS, you want to have, I've mentioned this before in other free-to-play videos, you want to have either one of the main 3 sets, Power Everything Hulk, Hawk's Eye, or Overdrive. And then once you do that, you want to equip the highest iOS you have. We're going to equip these 6 stars here that we've been saving up and waiting to put on for this video. And once your set looks like mine here, and you have all of them at 6 stars, basically, make sure, again, if you have Energy Attack character, put an Energy Attack Chaotic on him, not something else. As far as the silver and the red ones, you normally want to do all basic attack, but if you have to do an Energy Attack or physical attack, make sure it matches. But once you get here, you have them all at 6 star, you still only have a stage 6 in effect of Power Angry Hulk, as you can see on this blue little stat line here. So what you then want to do is quick enhance. You're going to want to quick enhance. You're going to use your what are these called? The extreme boost and superior boost, whatnot. And you want to use those because you don't want to use your actual iOS to be able to get it up to 500%. So then it's at +5, it should say, and then you apparently get some challenges from that. Then you can go ahead and awaken, and basically you can do is use other 6 stars to be able to get now red stars, just like your mastery on your characters. You most of the time want to use extreme obelisks because they're cheaper, and then you can go ahead here and basically just give it all red stars. And once you have all red stars on the whole iOS, then it is completely maxed out and there's nothing else you can do. We're going to use 1 dodge just because dodge isn't used too often. But yeah, once you do that to all the iOS, then your iOS is completely maxed. It should stay set bonus stage 12 in effect, and then that's how you know you give them the maxed iOS build. Then that's pretty much the gist for PvE. So let's go take a look at Carnage, and then we'll wrap up today's video. Of course, we'll have a highlight reel of some of the advancements we made for today, just in case any of you guys were curious in seeing that. So with Carnage here, the iOS stays the exact same, so you're going to do the exact same. We went over the CTP, same thing with the type enhancement, stays the exact same. You want to get it up to 3. It is more, I feel like it actually is more important for PvP characters because it increases the damage dealt to certain types. So if you know you're going to be facing a lot of speeds, a lot of blasts, whatever, then you do want to get this upgraded to the max. You're going to upgrade his skills, of course. I haven't done that just yet on my Carnage, but I'll make sure to get that done. But the last thing I wanted to talk about here was his Urus. So with PvP characters, what you generally want to do is you want to still give them 2 of the same matching attacks. For Carnage, he is a physical attack character, so we're giving him 2 physical attack, of course. Then you want to follow that up with 2 HP Urus, and we'll get some of these upgraded. But you want to make 2 HP Urus because it'll boost his HP exponentially. If you think about it, you have 2 HP here, 2 HP here, 2 HP here. His HP is going to skyrocket. And of course, it's the same thing with physical attack. But HP is very important for your timeline battle characters or any PvP characters. The final slot, you can put a Odin's Blessing HP, and that'll give him even more HP. But if you don't have one of those available, you can also give him a recovery rate or a dodge. Now, this is based on personal preference. If you don't have a lot of recovery rate, it's probably a good idea to give him a recovery rate here because it'll allow him to get back up quicker and heal quicker. If not, you can give him a dodge, and he'll be able to dodge more attacks as well. So it's personal preference up to that point. I'm probably going to leave the recovery rate just for now, and I'm probably going to save that Odin's Blessing for Spider-Man. But then to boost these stats even more, you want to amplify. I normally just amplify until I get 4, and then I leave it just for the time being because getting a 5 does take a lot of gold and a little while. So once you're really trying to perfect a sort of build, then I'd go for the 5. But if you're just trying to give them their standard build, then I just roll this until you get 4 of the circles on 4 of your Urus, and you can actually see at the bottom here, it'll tell me the number, and if I get a lower number than the previous number, it'll just stick to the higher number. So there you go, 4, and then it'll be circles like that, just like Thor has right here on all of his. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's all you need to know on how to build your characters. Eventually, at some point on this account, we'll get into the CTPs and whatnot and a little bit more complex parts. But that's the basics for you free-to-play and new players and even returning players who don't have a bunch of CTPs or Odin's Blessings sitting around. That's what you're going to want to do. Obviously, I didn't max out all of these completely because I'm still working on getting my mats up and whatnot. But it will take time. Just be patient, and eventually you'll get them some pretty good builds. You'll have some builds that look similar to this. I'll actually show you a maxed one out. Okay, I don't know if I have any maxed iOS sets with anyone that doesn't have a CTP. But you get the gist. Instead of this, it'd be a proc, but then you want to make sure that everything else is maxed out here. Obviously, it gets more complicated with Odin's Blessings and CTPs and whatnot. Actually, this is a good example with Thor here. This is a example of a pretty decent build. Obviously, like I said, it gets higher and higher with CTPs, Mighty, and Odin's Blessings and all that great stuff. But yeah, now we're going to skip ahead here to basically just a montage of everything we advanced today. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, hope this helped. Today's day number 24, so in 6 days we get a free premium card, which is going to be really nice. Hopefully we get something good. And then we also need to claim our 6-star Mega Rank Up ticket here. All right, let's go ahead and pop the co-op here because that's going to give us the most damage with our other tier 2s doing stuff. And then boom, nice. First ever clear of normal on Quicksilver, so that's cool. Craft level 11. We can actually upgrade here, so go to 10. Can we go to 11 now? We were waiting on the level. Yes, we can. Nice. We can start crafting cards. Beautiful. Ooh, we have a level 6 enhancement. Ooh. We're going to go Carnage for PvP for now. Look at that. Wait, does that take him straight to 72 or it only does the potential? Nope. Takes him to it takes him all the way to 70? Oh, nice. I should have read up on that more. Nice. Level 70 Carnage. We'll take it. All right, here we go. Advanced Thor to tier 2. And now we get to select a brand new character on the guided quest. Nice. So who are we going? Because this also gives us their uniform on sale. But actually, is Miles going to be the uniform? No, it's not. It's the anniversary special. All right, then we're going with Hulk because we'll get a uniform sale for a better uniform. So yeah, let's go. Let's go purchase that. 50% off, baby. I'll take it. Wait, it won't change. No, yeah, last time it didn't change. So yeah, 50% off. Boom. Hulk's brand new uniform, and we have him at like 6 stars. So yeah, time to build him up. That's going to be fun. Let's take him to tier 2. Yep, we have enough mats. In 3, 2, 1, bang. Tier 2 Hulk. Let's go. With his brand new uniform to go along with it. He's going to be a PvP powerhouse. Get Thor here to level 70. That'd be awesome. We're not going to use Hulk here just yet. Not Spider-Man though either, so we'll use some Hulk. And boom, level 70 Thor. Very nice stuff here. Let's go ahead and grab the crystals that we got from that. Tons of crystals to go around. So yeah, we can still buy another uniform. We should probably just go buy Spider-Man and get our timeline battle team set, basically. That'd be awesome.